Alright, we can try this out. At least have wedding announcement on 3. One on the Orzhov tap land here, right? The headquarters down. And we do have double white for Adeline unlocked. The Sukarisu. Okay. Well, we want to get another one of these tap lands down. And should be fine like this. And tap land versus tap land here. They do have mana open for... Don't really want to drop an Johnny into a hasty underdog. So let's try to see if they want to counter the Adeline here. They have mana open for Make Disappear. Alright, Adeline sticks. And is then removed with Infernal Grasp. Okay. Fourth land. Drop an Emperor straight to the battlefield. Okay, and immediately minus. Alright then. Well, dropping the first Ajani and plussing isn't the worst thing in the world.
There is a place for all of you.
Don't need more land. Bottom that. It's at least at 5 loyalty. Fifth land. They eye the Ajani. Potentially have a Faithful Absence or something. Yeah, plus counter comes down.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Johnny drops to 2. Draw land. Okay. Well, we'll start with plus here. We do get a creature. It doesn't block mind-blowingly well here. We drop both Wedding Announcement and Denick instead of just going for the AO into potential removal. I'm okay with that. Let's start with the Wedding Announcement, see if we can get it to resolve. They cycle Rafine's Tower, okay. Digging for some kind of counterspell, I guess. We have mana open to pay for anything, though. Sticks. Attempted Denick now. Alright, Denick lands as well. We get 2 blockers now. When it continues to plus on the Emperor.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Drop a meat hook for 3, okay. Attack Johnny, but we're going to continue to plus and draw cards here. It's really not the worst thing in the world. Keep plussing. Don't want more land, bottom it.
We have allies everywhere.
Alright, I suppose it's an AO turn. Yep, I think so. And instead of playing out the headquarters, I think we'll save it to cycle at some point. Save Bosiju as well. Now, unfortunately, the first striker, I guess if they don't pick off the token, we can continue to chump block with the Wedding Announcement token. Drop a hasty underdog, okay. Plus onto the underdog, giving it first strike, okay.
I have got new moves to teach you.
They really want to take out a Johnny here. Now, we can just take out the underdog and drop our second Johnny. We might just let this go. They do have 2 mana open. I think I like AO attacking down the Emperor. Let's let this one go. Let's go to no blocks. Okay.
The enemies of perfection.
Sack you. Little meat hook effect here. Yep, lose a life. Okay. We do get to draw a card. Alright, my turn. I don't think we're taking out the Massacre. Companion. I think I'd like to take a draw off the Companion first. See what we get before I decide what to do next. Okay. Didn't give me too much information. Do you want to attack with both and get the draw? I think so. Let's try this. Okay, the Emperor goes down. That feels pretty good here.
I'm never done for good.
We haven't seen any Make Disappears all game. I think we might try to run out the Denick instead of the next Johnny into a counterspell. Alright, that sticks as well. Okay. Do one more land. I don't think we need to... I'm not sure we necessarily need Bosiju this match. Let's play out Bosiju. And we might cycle the headquarters still at some point. Okay, they attack for 4 here. Does that imply a massacre? Or another emperor, I suppose. I think we just take it then. No blocks. I think it's the next emperor. Okay. Probably going to drop a Johnny and plus this turn. Let's start with an attack. Attack with you, attack with you. I think we'll see the next Emperor. Ooh, it's Deluge instead. Okay. They have plenty of mana open to counter. I don't think we need to cycle the headquarters into anything. Alright, they hit their draw. They eat a good chunk of damage this turn, though. Pay out the Beach. Pay out the Ajani. Pay full mana for it. Minusing is interesting, but I don't think that's where we're at. I think we continue to plus here.
Why resist us?
Nope. Bottom you.
Join us in perfect harmony.
Alright, we're going to cycle the headquarters. Nothing to do for 1, so we're going to end here. Too bad this doesn't keep the lifelink. Alright, they cycle Rafine's Tower, sure. They drop a Rafine, okay, fine. They want to attack the Ajani. They get to connive, alright. Drop off Make to Spear, okay. I think we protect this. Who's the companion here? That's fine. You get an investigate token, interesting. Okay. Well, it's more efficient to cycle you. So we'll spend our mana now doing this. Maybe the clue token on our turn. Alright, all that's fine by me. We can start with a plus here for free. We don't have lethal, right? 6, 8, 9, 10. Can we draw into lethal? We're probably going to drop the Wandering Emperor, so we can't really draw into lethal. Could draw into a counterspell. I think we can start with 1 companion here. Farewell. Interesting. Well, we like all our creatures. Graveyards isn't bad. I still think they're going to drop an Emperor here. I'd love to have an answer to the Emperor. Take 1 more draw off you, I think. Alright, we don't get an answer to the Emperor. Take 1 more draw off this. Make disappear.
Phyrexia.
It's probably too slow at this point, although it would be really good. We can leave it on top. We have a lot of other good options here. Drop the Adeline just to get a blocker down, I suppose. Also gets a free attack off. Okay. So here comes the next Emperor. Probably exile the Denic, I guess. Infernal Grasp on A. Alright, let's see what we get off this. Sure. Each creature, interesting. I think I'd rather take the next permanent. Emperor is probably what we're taking here. In fact, it's definitely what we're taking here. Okay, to blockers.
During my travels. Let me show you.
Take the free block there. They want to eat the rest of it. I guess we're going to minus the Emperor. I think we're going like that.
We must protect the
Lose the Emperor to the Rafine, but it's okay. Alright, end here. They want to attack down the Emperor with the Rafine. We have a ton of attacking power on the way back. Let's see if they can sweep the board the same turn. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a bell chiming. I don't know if that's a Switzerland thing. What time is it? It's 7 a.m. here. Is there a bell that chimes every hour? I have no idea. Okay. They move to attackers. They really want to attack down a Johnny. They're going to sweep the board after is the question. We have a ton of attacking power on the way back. Two blockers. I think we just chump block here. Try to keep a Johnny around, keep plussing. I think that's fine. Could double block, force their Emperor now. We don't have to. I think we might as well try. Let's try to force the Emperor out now. Makes Adeline smaller on the crackback, which is interesting. Yeah, let's try to force the Emperor now. So we can attack it back with Denick if we need to. Okay, looks like they just trade off there. Let's see if they're sweeping the board or not. This investigation token off the Denick is pretty freaking sweet. It's a wedding announcement, okay. Not what I expected to see. Still have 6 mana open. And they massacre for 3. Okay. Well, that's everyone, I think. That's fine, though. Okay. Alright, they only have 2 cards left. You might farewell the graveyard and just take those last 2. Yep, nothing we can do about that. Alright, I'll take our draw here. Binding. Interesting. Wow, okay. Lots of interesting options here. Start with a plus. Sphinx. Whew, that's pretty good.
In perfect harmony.
That blocks the Raffine quite well. We also have remove for it. Farewell is so expensive to remove the graveyard. Is it worth it just to stop a really expensive Memory Deluge? It's interesting. I think the Sphinx is definitely coming down this turn. Could also go Celestis plus Denick. Maybe plus the Emperor. Okay, it's a lot of damage. Plus the Emperor just so that if they can remove the Sphinx somehow, their Raffine can only connive once up to a 2/5 and can't take out the Emperor. Attack a Johnny. I guess it's another Meathook Massacre or another Sweeper. Well, if they want to sweep, they're going to get to do it anyway. So let's attempt this. Okay. And we'll find out if they have yet another sweeper or not. Play a land. Full price Deluge, only 3 mana open. I think that's game. I think we got there. Woo! Nice! Super Friends, Bants coming through. On the play with Make Disappear into Wedding Announcement. Feels pretty good. Guess we can get you down now. Put on that Bloodfell Caves tap land. Ah. Well, do we really need to hold Make Disappear for the 2-drop? Maybe not. Let's get the companion down. Alright, drop it to more land. Feels good. Swamp into the Harvester. That's fine. Another Make Disappear. 3-drop's more scary. Oh, just Wedding Announcement instead, though. We're going to want to get these Make Disappears out of the hand at some point, though. No tax. Third land. I think we don't take blocks here. Try to get the Wedding Announcement draw or flip or something. Minusing Liliana is not very attractive because you just pick it off. So what else do they want to do? Drop an Ob Nixilis. Okay. Create a devil token. And plus decline. Okay. Well, I want to play you out. It's probably an Emperor turn. Probably both attack you. They let it all go. Okay. Well, we'll hold the Emperor this turn then, I think.
Destroy what I've built.
Could play the Teferi and plus, which is a little interesting. Get one of our blockers back. We don't really want to block, though, because then they just take out both anyway. So let's end here. Try to get the Emperor down. Also holding double make to spear, which isn't bad. Start with a plus. We'll continue to decline here.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
Let's eat one first, see what they want to do. Down to 11. Yeah, life total's getting low. See if they want to drop a 4-drop. Concealing curtains. That's pretty cheap. Okay. Alright. We could make it double make spear, but it's not worth it. Drop a harvester. Is that worth countering at all? It's not very mana efficient. I think it's okay. We can play this turn. We can play the companion and hold another make to spear if we want to, which isn't bad at all. Orland's pretty good as well. I think we can attack with both here. Get the draw off of the wedding announcement. Okay.
Well, now.
Drop it to Fairy. Go ahead and plus here. Sure. Artifact. Creature. Take the land. We could hold make the spear here, but I think we drop the companion because we have binding. So we should be able to answer most things. They cut down on the first companion. Alright, well, we'll see if they go land into Invoke Despair. That's a pretty good reason to hold make the spear, but I may at least have a blocker for Teferi if we need it. It's land. Is it Invoke Despair time? That'll be sad. They plus first. We'll continue to decline for now. Down to 11. They take a look. Alright, it's not Invoke Despair turn. So they pick off maybe the Emperor or the Ajani, but it's not the worst situation. Alright, it's not a bad draw either. Attack down to Fairy. Take this block, I think. Pick off the companion. Deploy a harvester. Dennick. I think we try to take the creatures with Farewell this turn and plus the Teferi. Let's see if they want to let this through or trade. Okay, they let it through. That's nice for us.
Don't think you can even
Take our plus.
make
Artifact. Doesn't matter. Creature. Oops, cancel that. My bad.
Don't worry.
Alright. Artifact. Creature land. We'll drop the Farewell here. Let's get rid of artifacts and creatures and graveyards. Okay, not a bad turn. We are at 13 with a Teferi. Let's see if they top deck an underdog here. It's Sholdred. Full control is on. So we can nab it with binding. Minus, okay.
Go sow some chaos.
Alright, my turn. Are we binding right now? I think so. Let's do what we can. Auto pay. Take you out as soon as possible. Alright, we'll take our draw now. Wedding announcement. We have nothing really to do. To main. Oh, I thought we exited out of full control. Alright, we can just take the plus, I guess. Artifact, creature. Well, we have a full grip. First Sholdred has been dealt with. Trespasser comes down. Nothing useful in the graveyard to take currently. Plus decline here.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
I love the Obnixless line. Alright, we take one to the Teferi. Well, we're gonna have a lot of mana this turn. We do need some answers to their creatures, though. We kind of wanted to draw into an Emperor. But with 6 mana, I think we go maybe Companion plus Denic. Start with a Companion here. But the Companion's not bad. We take you as well. Another Ajani, okay. We'll take our plus now. 0 artifacts, 0 creatures. The land back. Infernal Grasp on one of the companions. Alright. Well, we could hold the mana to counter a really good top deck. But we can also defend Fairy pretty well. Let's try to do that instead. Comes in as a 3-4. That's nice. 3-4 lifelinker. See if they have a Sholdred or Evoke Despair Force. They plus first. We'll continue to decline. We're at a solid life total here. Flip to Nightside. Okay. At some point we could minus Teferi. We'd like an answer to this Graveyard Trespasser. Could also drop in a Johnny plus a Wedding Announcement, which I think is pretty good as well. Let's start with that. Alright. Drop in a Johnny, try to plus. Adeline's not bad. Don't think we're attacking here. We could target you. I think that's fine. Smith 0. Creature, yep. And land, okay. Let's discard you. Probably don't need doubles at this point.
Don't worry.
And drop an Adeline here. It's pretty good. Alright, let's attack down the Ob Nixilis. Okay, take 1 free block there. Ob Nixilis is down. Decent board state. 1 damage to where? Okay, 1 damage to a Johnny. 2 cards in hand. They flip back to the A side and they scoop. Ooh. BANT control. Let's do it, baby. Welcome to the post-game deck tech. BANT control / Super Friends. Super fun. I had a great time today. In the 2-drop slot, we got some things to gunk up the ground, including the Spirited Companion. Drop a 1/1, draw a card. Feels pretty good. Denic. Overperforms. Card solid. 2 mana, 2/3 lifelinker. Trades well with Underdog and Blood Type Harvester, and then the ability to come back later in the game in a grindy deck for a 3/2 flyer that can attack down Planeswalkers and also generate values off the investigation tokens. That's a lot. It's better than I thought. I like this card a lot. 3-drop slot, we're running the Wedding Announcement package here. You could instead run the Temporary Lockdown package instead, but I think this is pretty good to protect the Planeswalkers. Adeline is a solid blocker with Vigilance that can attack and has an easy time attacking down Planeswalkers as well, because you get the 2 attackers off of it, one of which can usually sneak through to pick someone off. Just 1 Celestis in there is pretty good in 3-color decks, is very good in long matchups in general, and pairs well with Teferi if it comes up. 3 Ajani's. I like this card. I think this card is fun. You have to be a little bit strategic. Usually I try to play it as a 3-drop, but you have to think in your head, all right, is the opponent going to play a land, drop a hasty Underdog, and attack it down immediately? If that's the case, you probably don't want to slam it on 3. But if you can just put this guy on the battlefield and just plus every turn and draw cards, it feels good. I really enjoy playing Ajani. 4-drop slot, you want as many Emperors as possible in the deck because there's very little room for removal, and so this doubles as a removal spell. We really only have the Emperor, some Make Disappears, and some Binding and Farewells on top. That's not a ton, so you want as many Emperors as you can. Maybe even go up to 4. I do have 1 Deluge in there just because it is nice to be able to hold both Emperor and Deluge in the same turn and take whichever option is best, but Deluge isn't even amazing here. It's probably at its best when you have lots of sweepers in the deck and you can, your opponent's playing aggressively, you can Deluge and fairly consistently hit the sweeper you need for turn 5, which is not the case here. The only sweeper is on Farewell for turn 6. Once Fairy in there, complete the Super Friends package, not bad, plus every turn, gain some life, maybe minus, get some cards, yeah, it's good. 5-drop slot, got a mix here, Ao the Dawn Sky, 5 mana, 5/4 Flying Vigilance, can protect Planeswalkers pretty well, and when it dies, you get some value back off of it, which I like. Sphinx of Clear Skies, I still think is fantastic. If I was trying to make the best possible deck, I might just drop 3 of these Sphinxes in here because 5/5, Ward 2, Flying, draw cards every turn, it's pretty good. And then 1 Ren and 7 just because we are trying to play some green cards in the deck. This card's fine, but I do think I'd probably drop both AO and Sphinx for the AO and the Ren for as more Sphinxes if I could. Leyline Binding, I don't know. It's pretty expensive. We're not a true domain deck. It's possible you could squeeze in a couple more tri-lands in here. I think that could work. It's nice to have something in the deck that can answer basically everything. It was pretty expensive today. And if, you dropped both AO and the Ren for the Sphinx, you definitely could push more domain stuff and maybe take out some of these other tap lands. It's tricky to say what the perk mana base would be. And I was decently happy with Farewell. It gives you some nice versatility. If your creatures have all been wiped out, you can wipe their creatures, take out graveyards, take out artifacts that even came up. So that's pretty good. Anyway, that's the deck. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and leave a comment. I'm Dr. Ruckus, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.